Okay, there we go. Hi, everybody. I'm back. I can't seem to be able to do these on the 1st of every month, so maybe I should just aim to do it on the 15th every month and not make myself any of that pressure. So it is Sunday, May 15th, and you may notice I'm in a new spot. I finally got my craft room. It is a work in progress. Definitely a work in progress. But I've got some video from the night that it was finished all being constructed. So I'm going to attempt to put that in here. We'll see if that works. Hopefully that worked. It's wonderful. So I'm trying to get everything organized. I've been to Michael's a couple of times and bought some of these nice little boxes to store things in. I've got all different sizes and getting organized. So we will be back and I'll show you some more of that as we move forward. It's really nice, and the window that I'm looking out of here now is the only window in the house where I can see the street. So I'm really enjoying that, watching the cars and seeing what the neighbors are up to and stuff. My old house, I had a kitchen window that I really enjoyed, but this is really nice, and the light seems to be really good. Let me know if you think it's weird, but I think it looks okay. So we're going to go with this for the time being. Okay, so that was one thing. Number two is my last video. Oh, the cat is feeling neglected. My last video, I was talking about the Prairie Schooler alphabets and how I could not find November. Well, I had a very kind lady point me in the right direction, and I ordered one. Well, right after I ordered it, I got an email from this wonderful lady, and I don't remember where she was from, back east in the United States someplace, I think. And she had found it on a website and offered to buy it for me and send it to me, but I had already ordered it. It was already on its way, so obviously I didn't need to. So Helen, I'm not going to use her last name. She knows who she is. Helen, thank you so much for the offer. You don't know how much that means to have somebody really offer to do something so kind. But anyway, I got my November, and I don't know when I'm going to do these, but I like having the full set. So maybe what we should do is just go through the haul now since I've started it. Not a whole lot, but I did get the rest of the last 6 months of the Prairie Schooler. So I got June, July, which is really cute. I love the red, white, and blue. August, September, October, does it have, and December, which is real pretty. So I have the full set of those now. Let's see. The other things I got, not a whole lot, but I was watching, who was it? Katie, Queen of Starts. and she talked about on the Rainbow Gallery website this alphabet. I can't show you because all it is the patterns, but you know, if you can get the pattern from this, more power to you. But each one is like A is for acorn, and it has little acorns on the pattern. And then it has a specialty stitch on each different letter. So this is A is for acorn and Algerian eyelet. And they're small. They're only like 4 by 4 inches, 53 by 53 stitches. So I had to print these out. I think these are so cute. I don't know what colors I'm going to do these in, and I'll probably try and do them all together on one piece. But I'm thinking I've got a ton of Mo's Sale threads that I could use for this, and use up some of those. So thanks, Katie. I really like these. And then I was watching somebody else. I can't remember her name. I think she might be fairly new, but I'm not positive. Anyway, I think it was only the first or second of her videos that I've seen. And she came up, but she had these monthly houses. They're from a designer in Italy. Her name is Lily Violet. And she's got a store on Etsy. And I just fell in love with these. So I ordered 2 of them from her. They're not PDFs, they're hard copies. So they're on their way, but I printed out pictures to show you. I got September. Aren't those cute? And November. And I think that with these, they're not going to be real quick stitches. I don't really even remember how big they are. But I think these I'm going to do as flat folds and then mount like on a frame that I can change every month, as I think they're too big to try to do everything all together, to do all of them all together. But I think these are so, so beautiful. So I'll be looking, I'll show you those kits once, well, the patterns, they're not kits, patterns once I get them. And the last thing I got was a Victoria Sampler Desert Garden Sampler, which is living in the desert. I couldn't resist, but see, it's got the little quails and a coyote and a hawk and watering, because we do a lot of that. Good, they've got an umbrella and lots of sun. So I just thought this was really cute. It's got some specialty stitches, but nothing that looks really complicated. And I got the beads and the thread pack with it too. Stitching Bits and Bobs had this on sale, so it took me like a month to get it, but I'm not in any hurry. It's very small too, I think. Let's see. It's done on 28 count. Yeah, it's only 30 stitches wide by 112 high. So it should go pretty quick. But I thought that was cute. I might try framing that one myself if I can find a frame that's the proper size. And let's see, was that all I think that was all I had for haul. Okay, the alphabet. Okay, yeah. So finishes. I have 2 finishes in the last month. I was part of the spring sampler stitch along on Cross Stitch Finish Line, and I did the Dinky Dyes spring sampler. There's one for each season. Finished this. very small, but isn't it cute? I don't know, it's kind of hard to see with the pastel colors, but. And this went really quickly. I kept track. Now, I started this when we were on our cruise in March, which wasn't real conducive to working with Krennic and doing these here. So all of this I had done and took out, and I had trouble with the hearts for some reason. I had to take these out and had to leave all the beading till the end. But total time, it only took me 8 days to do this. So I've got the other 3 seasons. I'm planning on doing those on the same material. This fabric was milk chocolate. I think it was the milk chocolate by Stephanie. So I'm going to order some more of that so I can do all 3 of them, the other 3 on the same fabric. Don't know how I'm going to finish them yet. But it was really fun and really easy, even with the different colors of Krennic. So I enjoyed that. I know Trisha is almost done with hers too. So, and I've heard people say, you know, oh, I'm sorry that this one, I finished this. I'm going to miss her. This is the first time that that's happened to me. But this one, I'm really going to miss. I enjoyed this so much. But she is all done. And I've tried keeping track of how many hours I work, and that just doesn't work for me because I'm up and down and I don't sit for like 4 solid hours. And every time I tried to use a timer, I'd leave it running or I'd stop it and forget to start it up again, that kind of thing. So I've just been kind of keeping track of how many days, since the beginning of the year, I've started keeping track of how many days I work on, what I work on for how long. So this one, the sampler took 8 days. This one was, I started it in November, and I didn't keep track then, but I was doing Christmas ornaments and it was the holidays, so I would probably say maybe I worked on it 10 days, maybe during November, December. I think I started it right before Thanksgiving. And in 2016, I worked on it for 22 days. So it only took me about a month, which is just kind of unbelievable to me. These are so not hard. They look so much harder than they are. And this was the first one I had done that had any substantial beading. And oh my God, I love beading. I think I have found my zen in beading. And you'll see that when I show you my whips too. So this one, and this one is going to be really interesting. What I've done is I took it, Michaels is having one of their, you know how I feel about Michaels framing. Michaels has one of their specials going on right now. So I took it down there the other day and I got an estimate on a price for a gold frame, no mat or anything like that. I wrote down exactly what the size was and the price, what the price would have been before their sale, which was just outrageous. I hope nobody ever pays regular price at that place. Anyway, I've got another piece that I'm having framed at a local to me in Tucson, 45 minutes away, regular frame shop. And I have high hopes that it will turn out really well. If it does, then I'm going to get an estimate for a comparable frame and the same kind of glass and everything from them for this same piece. And I will let you know what the difference in the prices is. I'm really hoping that this frame place works out because I've got some really nice pieces that I'd like to get framed, and not pay Michael's non-sale prices. I won't do that anymore. So I will let you know with this one what the price difference is between the framing shop and the big box store when I get up there. I have one, it should be ready the first part of this coming week, and I didn't want to go up, make an entire trip just to get an estimate when I know I'm going to be going back up there this next week. So I'm waiting for my one piece to be done, and then I'll take this up at the same time. Oh, piece of haul, I forgot. On my Hade, I had been working with my threads. Sorry, I'm sliding around a little bit here. On these, I had gone through and I printed out all of the little things and I taped them to these. And I was having a horrible time. They were just getting all tangled, and part of my problem was that I cut them too long. So I broke down and invested in 2 of the Paco thread organizers, and I spent a couple hours yesterday putting them together. Oh my gosh, these things are the best things since sliced bread. I love these things. Of course, I also cut all of my threads shorter. They still look long there, but they're a good length now, and I really like these. So of course, with this Hade, it takes up almost 2 full ones. It's too bad they're so expensive. I think they're expensive. But I may have to invest in a couple of more of these for some of my other projects because I'm really liking these things. Okay, let's do our whips. I need to put on my glasses for this. So my last video that I did was April 13th, and after that, I was working on my Santa's Village at that time, and the day after that, I finished Poinsettia Place. Sorry, this should be a little bit more organized. Poinsettia Place down there, and I started the Hot Cocoa Cafe, and that's as far as I've gotten on that, but I will be working on that next week. So hoping to get the Hot Cocoa Cafe done and start working on the next one, which I don't have my patterns right here, so I can't tell you which one it is, but these are still really fun to do. And they're little finishes. I'm counting each house as a little finish. Okay, and I haven't done anything on Shades of Indigo by Northern Expressions Needlework. I worked on this last month. I haven't done anything else, but that's going to be coming up in the next month or so to do something on. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Esther's Waves. Talk about beading. I love this. So I have just gotten over halfway done. Roll this up a little bit. But it's all, I'm doing the cross stitch version because I was having issues with Jessica's stitches. But you can see the beads, I think, there if I tilt it a little bit. So the yellow at the bottom is halfway done, and then this next row I'll start with the green, and we just go down, and it'll go down one more section of all of these colors. So the last color will be this dark purple. More than halfway. I think it's got a total of about 4,500 beads, something like that. I am loving them. Like I said, I think beading is my thing now. And the final whip I have is my Heaven and Earth 4 Seasons, which, man, this thing is messy, but it is going slow. And I'm doing it 10 stitch, and it's still, I'm lucky to get in 300 stitches a night. I guess it's just because of the confetti, and I'm trying to find my rhythm, but it's getting a little bit easier. I've gotten about, I didn't keep track of how many days I've worked on it, but I've got about a page and a half done. Look at the difference though. When you pull it back, you can really see it actually looks like something now. So, and I think that if you've seen the, I don't know, my picture is in the other room. If you've seen the picture, the colors look really muted, but I think this is going to be a lot more vibrant than the picture from the website. The colors that I'm using, even just these ones right up here, this orangey color is a lot brighter than what it shows on the picture. So I'm hoping that like all the flowers and everything will be a little bit brighter than the picture. I'm looking forward to working on that. This is the one I'm going to take to the Haid retreat in February. So I'd like to get a good chunk of it done before that time. So I'm doing some extra time on this one every month, maybe an extra week on it. And I'd like to get 5 or 6 pages done before then. So we'll see how that goes. So those will be the ones that I'm working on in the next month. And, oh, this is going a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. Just seemed like I had a lot to talk about. Okay, what everybody's been waiting for. As of this morning, I had 825 subscribers, which is just still mind-blowing, mind-boggling to me. So and I finally got most of my cross-stitch stuff out of storage and sat and went through it, and so we're finally going to do giveaways. I've got 4 different giveaways. The standard rules, got to be a subscriber. You can enter if you're under 18, but if you win something, I need your parent or guardian's approval to get your address to send you whatever you win. Okay, so let's go through. Which one do we want? Let's go through. Okay, lot number 1 is lavender and lace. Yes. Do you want to come over and say hello? You'd rather just complain. Okay. Lavender and lace. 3 lavender and lace patterns. Queen Anne's lace. Angel of Spring. And Angel of Mercy. I got all 3 of these on eBay. They are not in the original packaging. I'm being photobombed here. I can see her back there. You're not supposed to be up there, dude. They're not in their original packaging, but the patterns have not, there's nothing on the patterns. They have not been written on. One of them had a tiny tear in it, but I taped it and you can see it just fine. So all of them, I just put them in Ziploc bags. They have the picture and the pattern, and that's all. So it doesn't have the original stuff, but that is lot number 1. Number 2 is a Nora Corbett, and this is Nora Corbett, the Rain Queen, one of the Black Forest pixies. And this also includes the embellishment pack. And this is in the original packaging. It's unopened. It is unopened. And no fabric. But I thought fabric is so personal. Somebody needs, you need to pick out your own. So that is lot number 2. Number 3 is some patterns that I've already completed, so I thought, why not share the love? I'm not going to do them again. The first one is Little House Needleworkers, Home of a Needleworker. And these, I've used all of these, but I used working copies, so they're not marked on or anything. Home of a Needleworker. Lizzie Kate, Teaching is a Work of Heart. Lizzie Kate, Cat Lessons for People. What's this one? Designs by Lisa, The Reason I Can't Have Nice Things. Turquoise Graphics and Designs, Heart's Desire. I think this one was, it looks like it's specialty stitches, but it's not. It's just all cross stitch, and this one was really fun to do. Pretty quick, too. And the final one is the Twisted Band Sampler. Now this one does have, I think I found 2 places where I had highlighted the pattern for like 5 or 6 stitches, but it's like highlighted in yellow or orange or something. You can see right through it, so that's not a problem. And this is the whole original one with the instructions for the specialty stitches and everything. So that is lot number 3. And the final one is, remember I told you I had more stuff than I knew what to do with, and I didn't know what I had. Well, this is a duplicate that I found. I couldn't believe that I bought this whole thing twice. So obviously I don't need 2 copies of the Prairie Schooler ABCs. It's the whole set, including the elusive GHI. Never been used. I don't remember where I got them. It might have been off of eBay. But I have my own set. I don't need to. So that is lot number 4. So what everybody will do, I'll ask everybody just to say down below which lots you want, or all of them, that's fine, but you can only win one. And I will give it until 5 p.m. on, what day is it? Wednesday, June 8th. And then I will do a random number generator, and we will pick the winners for these. So let's go over them again one more time. Lot number 1 is the 3 lavender and lace. Patterns. Number 2 is the Rain Queen. Rain Queen, yeah. With the embellishment pack. Number 3 is Home of a Needleworker. Nice Things. Cat Lessons. Teaching is a Work of Heart. I don't think I said, but this one's called Heart's Desire. And the Twisted Band Sampler. And then lot number 4 is the Prairie Schooler Alphabet, the full set. So I'll give everybody, I think that gives about 3 weeks, because I know I'm so behind. I finally got under 300 on my watch later list, and that was a real accomplishment for me, it seems like. Part of my problem is that when I work on my Haid, I'm using my iPad, I'm using an app on my iPad to mark off, and I can't watch Flosstube and do that at the same time. So I can only watch Flosstube and Stitch when I'm working on something else. So that's putting me back. But we will, so on a couple days after June 8th, I will pick the winners, and I will be back to let you know who won. So good luck to everybody. I want to thank everybody so much for subscribing and liking and just watching my channel. It's mind-boggling. I enjoy everybody else's so much, and you're all just wonderful enablers. I found such beautiful works and places that, you know, stitching that I didn't even know existed before I started watching about, I don't know, 7-8 months ago or so. No, longer than that. I've just started doing, I think this is video number 8, 9. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. But I've been watching for a while before that. So thanks again. Everybody be good, be kind, love what you stitch, and stitch what you love. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.